Well, we have a lot to unpack here. Megan O'Brien and Mike Dussault. It's the first day of the legal tampering period, and the Patriots get started with a bang. And it's all reported, so nothing yet official, but the Patriots making a statement early on in free agency.
Oh, yeah. Well, where should we start, Megan? I mean, I know I want to start on the defensive side, but let's go with Jonnu Smith at tight end. That was kind of the news.
Well, wait. Before we really dive into all of these players, Mike, I just want to get your reaction to all of this news happening on the first day.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. You know, we heard that they might be aggressive, and I like all these reports of the players that they're supposedly grabbing right now. I mean, when we talked on the show, it was let's not go after retreads, 30-year-olds, and pay them for past success. As we've seen here, we're seeing that Matt Judon, Jalen Mills, supposedly both 4-year deals. So that's exciting to see guys that, that they're going to lock up long-term like that. And, I think they're filling a lot of holes early on right here.
We know they need to rebuild, and they're coming right out of the gates and addressing some of those needs. You hit it right at the beginning. Tight end Jonnu Smith, that was the big name, and the Patriots have needed a tight end for the past 3 seasons. 4-year deal, $50 million for Jonnu Smith, and Coach Belichick had some really good things to say about him last time they faced off against the Titans.
He's a very athletic player, hard to tackle, catches the ball well, great after the catch, probably best in the league. I mean, I can't imagine anybody better than him after the catch.
Bringing back Cam Newton, you got an actual NFL target for him in Jonnu Smith. So I think it's a great move. It certainly solidifies things at that position. As you said, they've had some struggles there the last couple of years.
This move was a little surprising to me. Again, all of these just reports, but outside linebacker Matthew Judon, 4-year, $56 million deal. He comes over to New England from the Ravens, and we know that was a need, but with Dont'a Hightower coming back and a lot of those young guys, a bit surprising to me to see the Patriots be so aggressive in pursuing Judon and the linebacker position.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that was the talk that we've been having of, are they going to stunt the growth of some of these young guys like Chase Winovich, Josh Uche, Anthony Jennings, by acquiring a veteran? Now, again, Judon, he's only 28, so he's still a young guy himself. But I think what kind of sets him apart is, he's an early down guy. He's, maybe he's not that all-star pass rusher that, that really gets all the bells and whistles. But I think, coming from the Ravens, what kind of football he's going to play.
All right, Deuce, I know you've been waiting for it. The nose tackle, the Patriots on day one address that position, a position of need in Davon Godchaux, 2-year, $16 million deal. He comes over from Miami. This is a guy who's been a little bit beat up. He was also beat out by a rookie. So there are some injury concerns, but this is definitely a position of need for the Patriots.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know what this would say potentially about bringing back Lawrence Guy, Adam Butler, Dietrich Wise, but you knew that they had some question marks there. And I think what you're looking at Godchaux is he just gives you a baseline of an NFL run-stopping nose tackle. It's not sexy, but I think that's the kind of player they needed to add. They need to make some moves. If they could bring Guy back now as well, or maybe Butler, it would really round things out.
And then so far, the fourth move of the day for the Patriots, defensive back Jalen Mills, 4 years, $24 million. And we know the defensive back position, depending on what could happen with Stephon Gilmore, with the McCourties, with several other players, this is an area of need for the Patriots as well.
It is. This is probably the most interesting move, I would say, just in what does it really mean. It's a pretty significant contract for, a guy who was kind of on the way out of the Eagles. I mean, he got moved to safety last year. So how do they see him playing? Is he another safety? I think that's the one move that's kind of the most interesting to me that might be a harbinger of other things coming down the pike.
And last thing here, Mike, before we sign off, no surprises here, but Joe THUNEY moving on from the Patriots. It's reported that he is signed with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, it's tough to lose Joe THUNEY. I mean, I think we were all kind of bracing for it last year. But, what an outstanding player. I mean, they got everything they could have hoped for out of him. He played every game, just the definition of solid. And last year, playing center, playing left tackle, he could do it all. So the Chiefs are getting a great one, unfortunately.
Still more work to do as we await to see what happens with David Andrews, some of the other free agents for the Patriots. And I'm sure this is just the start of a busy offseason. For my partner, Mike Dussault, I'm Megan O'Brien. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because we just might be back tomorrow.